cash at the Federal Reserve. There is an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve. There is an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve.
Good morning, Bitcoin. Today is Wednesday, March 3rd, 2021. My name is Thomas Hunt, and here's what's happening today in Bitcoin. Biden's SEC pick. Some crypto markets are rife with fraud and scams. Bitcoin jumps above $50,000 in recovery from last week's rout. But first, the price of Bitcoin is up 5.33% in the last 24 hours, with a last of 51,278, a high of 52,567, and a low of 47,158. That's $1 for 1,950 Satoshis. Volume was at 9,344 Bitcoins changing hands. The market continues to lean long, with 93% heading that direction. Bitcoin dominance was at 80%. And you can now get 20 Satoshis for a penny. 20 Satoshis for a penny. Biden's SEC pick. Some crypto markets are rife with fraud and scams. Gary Gensler, President Joe Biden's pick to head the Securities and Exchange Commission, told Congress Tuesday that the greater challenge in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies is protecting investors. Some markets have been really rife with fraud and scams, Gensler told the Senate Banking Committee in his nomination hearing. Gensler specifically pointed to some overseas markets, but did not elaborate exactly how he would use SEC authority to create those protections. Gensler is currently a professor at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, where he focuses on blockchain technology and digital currencies. He formerly headed the Commodities Futures Trading Commission in the Obama administration, a position he was confirmed to in 2009 after a bipartisan 88-6 Senate vote. In his hearing, Gensler added that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies have brought new thinking to payments and financial inclusion, adding that he will also prioritize consumer protection with regard to the custody of digital assets. Other members of the Biden administration have appeared lukewarm to cryptocurrencies. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said last week that she did not feel Bitcoin is widely used as a transmission mechanism and has concerns about the use of cryptocurrencies for illegal activities. That's right, 0.34%. Yes, 1/3 of 1% of Bitcoin is used for illicit activities. So she's concerned about less than 1/3 of 1%. Let's hear Yellen grandstand. To the extent it is used, I fear, she has fears, it's often for illicit finance. My God. It's an extremely inefficient way of conducting transactions, and the amount of energy that's consumed in processing those transactions is staggering, I do declare. My goodness. Janet Yellen, get her a fainting couch. Gensler told Congress that he worries about the so-called payment for order flow structure. The nominee expressed concerns about the abilities of a single market maker, Citadel Securities, to manage roughly 40% of the retail flow, talking about GameStop and Robinhood. Bitcoin jumps above $50,000 in recovery from last week's rout. Digital token is up 75% this year on investment enthusiasm. Is that what it is? I've been wondering what it was. Nominee for SEC chairman flagged regulatory challenges. Oh, it's challenging. Bitcoin rallied back above $50,000 this week, surpassing the key psychological level as bullish momentum returned after last week's sell-off. The digital token climbed as much as 11% before paring some gains to trade around 50,900 as of 9:51 a.m. in New York, reaching the highest level in 2 weeks, according to data compiled by Bloomberg. The cryptocurrency has been volatile, with prices plunging 21% last week before recovering with the earlier broad bounce back in global equities. On a technical basis, the GTI Global Strength Indicator, which detects trends fluctuations, has begun to curl upward, suggesting a bullish move for Bitcoin. With the return of stimulus fueling activities in the US and elsewhere, this is very good for scarce assets such as Bitcoin, said Antonio Trenchev, managing partner and co founder of Nexo in London, a crypto lender. Meanwhile, more big name investors are backing crypto. Billionaire hedge fund manager Bloomberg reported late Tuesday that Mark Lazare and former U.S. Commodities Futures Trading Commission Chairman Christopher Giancarlo have invested in crypto asset and blockchain investment firm Block Tower Capital. Bitcoin is now, for the most part, steadily getting constant endorsements, said Ed Moya, senior market analyst for Onanda. You're still in the early stages of this institutional interest, and that's why I think you're probably going to have people become a lot more open minded to cryptos. More institutional investors jumping into Bitcoin leaves less to go around, data shows. Institutions are buying more Bitcoin per month than that's being mined, and there just isn't enough for everybody. 4 million. That's roughly how much Bitcoin is circulating freely right now, blockchain data shows. The number has been getting a little smaller with each passing month over the last year. That's the assessment of Glassnode, an analysis firm that tracks blockchain data. The pattern suggests that the ever decreasing supply of Bitcoin available to buy and sell might lead to a price surge as more institutional investors embrace the largest cryptocurrency as an investment. Bitcoin's liquid supply change, the amount by which the number of Bitcoins in circulation has changed over the past 30 days, has been negative for most of the year, according to Glassnode. That's a longer period in the negative than seen historically, potentially providing more support to Bitcoin's price strength in the long term, despite short term corrections like last week's 21% retreat. As of Monday, there were only about 4 million Bitcoin in constant circulation and available for buying, trading, and selling, according to Glassnode. The 30-day net change of Bitcoin supply held by liquid and highly liquid entities has been in the negative territory since last April, except for a short stint between July and August, and again briefly in December. This has never happened before for such an extended period of time and could lead to a massive supply squeeze soon, Glassnode wrote in its February 26 newsletter. There's also increased recognition of Bitcoin's long-term value. The Bitcoin blockchain's third halving last May cut the pace of mining rewards to 6.25 Bitcoin for every data block, roughly every 10 minutes, from 12.5. At the same time, big Wall Street firms like Goldman Sachs, Citigroup, and BlackRock are now dabbling in cryptocurrencies. Woo! While payment giants PayPal and Square's Cash App have allowed their users to buy and sell the digital assets. How much I overpaid by living off Bitcoin for a week. Imagine it's been years. 4 years ago, Seema Moody from CNBC attempted to live off Bitcoin for a week and failed. It was too hard to find businesses that would accept it as a form of payment, but she's still here to complain about the money that she spent and how much she would have had if she just held for 10 years because it's so easy. She paid $20 to get a Metro card so she could ride the subway. If she'd held the $20, it would be worth $464 now. The $10 salad she paid for at a French restaurant would now be $232. The ice cream sandwich of $6.50 would now be $150. It's funny how they don't do these articles when the price of Bitcoin goes down. Like after the price of Bitcoin went down 80% or whatever, and it would have cost her $3, she could have been like, I got an ice cream sandwich for so cheap. But that's not interesting, I guess. They want that I screwed up, I missed out article. Hey, thanks to Bitcoin number goes up technology, we've reached our goal again, but we're still accepting donations for a new laptop. You can click the QR code on the screen right now and donate with on-chain Bitcoin to help us get one of those new MacBooks, the MacBook return to ports. It's supposed to have all the ports. And again, let's see how little can I send? Let's try to send 10 Satoshis to this fundraiser. 10 sats is small. So here we go. We've got the Lightning Network right here. Got my wallet of Satoshi, and we're going to check this out. 10 sats. Actually, I should have sent a penny. Oh, well, this is less than a penny. Here we go. 10 sats, less than a penny, no fee, Lightning Network. And it's sent already. It's just that easy to use the Lightning Network. If I were you, I'd start building apps on the Lightning Network. Neat ways to use it. Cool stuff you can do. There's got to be more of that, right? Check out shop.worldcryptonetwork.com where you can get the Trezors Don't Float 2.0 t-shirt. Yes, he's on a boat and he doesn't look safe. You better watch out because Trezors don't float. We've also got the HAL Finny shirt and sticker. I'm getting one of those just as soon as they ship it to me. Check out World Crypto Network. We've got all kinds of new shows, like Sunday is Big Book Day, where we went on Clubhouse, and of course today in Bitcoin and the Bitcoin group. I even made a bunch of thumbnails. Isn't that great? Well, not that great, but they're thumbnails. Woo! Be sure to give us a thumbs up and a share. Subscribe down below. We're up to 72% of the people watching this are subscribed. So if you're part of the 28% that don't subscribe, you can join us for free down below, subscriptions. And if you're on another platform like Facebook or Twitter, you can continue to watch. You can continue to watch there, but it'd be great if you came to YouTube and subscribed as well. Very few people know this, but if the subscriptions to World Crypto Network goes to 100K, the price of Bitcoin will follow. That's true. If you say it 3 times, it must be true. Meanwhile, the price of Bitcoin is up 7.17% in the last 24 hours, with a last of 51,369, a high of 52,567, and a low of 47,158. That's $1 for 1,949 Satoshis on the other side of the 2,000 Satoshi barrier. Volume was at 8,963 Bitcoins changing hands. The market continues to lean long, with 93% of the market heading that direction. Bitcoin dominance is at 80%. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to give us a thumbs up down below. Until next time, bye-bye.
There's an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve. There's an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve. There's an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve.